Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about women like men who are independent. I'm going to explain to you what I mean by independent. And so, with that being said, then, I have been in several relationships in my life. And every relationship that you get into is a lesson, or there's a lesson to be learned in each relationship, especially if it ends, if your time in that relationship runs out and you get broken up with or you do the breaking up with, there is always a lesson that you needed to learn in order to improve who you are, to become a better person for the next girl, so that relationship this time around will hopefully be much better. Independence is the one thing that I have had to learn the hard way, and a lot of this stems from your childhood, okay? So if you understand anything about like attachment styles, all that is, there's four of them, all that is the mindset that you have around your family and relationships, okay? So between years 0 to 2, whatever happened between your mom and dad is gonna fucking dictate how you behave for the rest of your life in relationships. Now, these are fluid, so you can go back and forth. So I like to oscillate between secure and then like anxious. So like some of the girls I've dated that have like more like avoidant personalities, that's gonna make anybody anxious. I don't care how secure of a person you are. But again, when it comes to dating someone who is avoidant, they find it safer to be by themselves instead of being close to somebody, because closeness scares them. Whereas somebody like me who's secure and sometimes can be like anxious, is going to understand that it's healthy to be together. Now, that independence is something I've had to learn throughout my life, and I think the younger you are, the harder it's going to be. But the older you get and the more experience with women you get, and when you learn from coaches like me or other coaches, the more this is going to make sense. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this video, because ever since my last breakup that I had several months ago, that has taught me that I need to work on being more independent and more by myself. Okay, so if you understand the masculine role behind like a man, it's a man's job to go out to chase his mission, his purpose, his life goals. It's his job to become like the provider and like that woman's mountain that she can go to when she misses him, or if she's got like problems she wants to talk about. It's the man's job to go out and chase goals, chase dreams, be independent, and the woman's role in the feminine polarity, their job is to nurture relationships and to love. And that's just what normal, healthy women do. And so, with that being said, then, since I grew up without a father figure, I was around my mom all the time. So, I never had that masculine role in my life that says, hey, Mitchell, stop fucking, dude, you don't want to be around your girlfriend 24/7. Go off and fucking work, go to business, go mind your own business. Do your own thing and let her come to you when she wants to come to you. So that's one of the things I want you guys to take off of this video. I had to learn the hard way. Let women come to you at their own pace. Okay? So if you want to see a girl and she's busy, tell her, hey, reach out to me in the future when you know your schedule and let's get together. And then once you tell her that, you as a man need to leave her alone and let her come and choose you, okay? So when it comes to like being independent, one of the things that I have done over the past several months now is I am now going out, and this might make it a little more hard, you would think, because I'm a 29-year-old guy that uses the wheelchair every day. Since I was hit by a drunk driver 6 years ago, I don't really have a choice. But even when I was able-bodied, I would never really feel comfortable going out to like a restaurant or a mall or doing something by myself. In a way, I'm still with somebody because I take my dog with me, but every single weekend or on Saturdays and Sundays, I like to go out and do stuff now by myself, and I'll bring my dog with me. Now, my dog obviously doesn't like speak English or talk, and he kind of just like lays there. He's a long-haired European German Shepherd, so he's a good boy. He gets me a lot of attention when I go out with him. A lot of girls like touching him, petting him. It gets him a lot of eyeballs. But that's not the point. The point is I'm doing stuff every weekend. So on Sundays, I will go out of my way to go to the farmer's market. And so I tried to go today at the time of filming this video, and it wasn't available. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm not just going to turn around and go home. I'm going to go to my favorite brunch spot, and I'm going to hang out, and I'm going to eat with the dog. And that's what I did. And after that, I went to the mall. I just filmed a video about clothing, so I went to Hugo Boss at the mall. Spent $168 for this shirt. Another black polo that I have. And I haven't even seen it on me, like, in the mirror. Like, my collar right now seems like it's up really high, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, going back to, like, the whole, like, independent thing. When it comes to, like, independence, okay, so women want to be a part of a man's life, but they don't want to be the center of it. So when you understand that women want to be with you, but they don't want to be the center of your life, this might sound counterintuitive to what you would think. You might say, like, if you ask a girl what she wants, she might tell you, I want a guy that loves me, wines me, dines me, cares for me, just makes me the center of his world. But then if you look at the type of men that she dates and hooks up with, it's typically guys that are like fucking assholes that give her no attention, because women, for the most part, they don't know what they emotionally respond to. And that's not me, like, being red pill, oh, I hate women. I learned that one actually from Corey Wayne, my coach. And when I started studying that and reflecting on my own experiences with women, it absolutely makes sense. Absolutely makes sense, okay? So, if you're a girl watching this and you don't agree with that, I'm sorry. But I'm going to tell the guys what I have seen work in my life, and what I've learned from other men. So in the case of this example, if you want advice about a woman, get it from a guy. Do not get it from a woman, okay? That'll save you a lot of hassle. So as someone who's a marketer, my job is to collect information to use that to sell. So I used to get all of my advice from women. And as you can see, I was broken up with several months ago. That advice isn't the advice that's going to get a girl to stay with you, okay? So then, being independent is just that. You know how I just told you this story that I'm going out every weekend and when I don't want to work, even though I'm doing it now, and I'm going out and hanging out by myself, taking my dog somewhere, going to the mall, going to a bar or a restaurant or a farmer's market just by myself? Well, I do this to learn how to be okay being alone. That's a fear that I've had. When I lived in this house, after I moved out of her house, I moved into mine. I have, being alone by myself. I'm in a wheelchair, but I don't get any help. I literally just do everything myself. So as you can imagine, there are times where I'm like, fuck, I feel pretty lonely right now. But that's because I am also the type of person that's incredibly extroverted. I thrive being around social environments. Okay? That could stem from me hating being alone. But I can tell you, the more I do things on my own, the more I can learn to satisfy my own needs, the easier this becomes. I don't even think about that anymore. There are times where I'm like, wow, I'm kind of bored, I'm kind of lonely right now, and so what do? I fucking go out of the house and I go somewhere, I go talk to people, and then I can come back an hour later. I'm like, I feel great. Okay, so being independent then, what we want a woman to be with us. We want a woman to choose us. But we don't want to get to a point where all we do is want to be with the woman 24/7. We need to give her time and space away from you to let her miss you. Women operate based on how they feel. So in the past, when someone that that always wants to be with somebody, if you're with someone who has an avoidant attachment style, they're not going to want to be around you. They're going to come to you whenever they feel like it. And that's kind of shitty. Because that will emotionally ruin you in a relationship. I'm not going to lie, dude, it's fucking brutal being with somebody like that, because they will break up with you and not even tell you why. And that's hard, man. That's not a normal, healthy relationship. But unfortunately, being with people like that has taught me that I need to start learning how to be okay by myself. And that's where this video comes up, learning how to be independent. If you're a guy that can resonate with what I'm saying, bro, I'm telling you right now, you're going to attract much better women. Or even if she has an avoidant attachment style like that, she's still an amazing woman. But if you learn to be okay by yourself, and you learn that you need to let women come to you, whether they're insecure or secure at their own pace, that independence that you have, that's so attractive to women, guys. Women absolutely fucking love a man that can be okay by himself, that doesn't need her in his life 24/7. I promise you, listen to me please. Women love a man that can be by himself, that can go out, chase his dreams, chase his goals, his ambitions. When she wants to come to you, give her all the attention and loving that you can. But when she runs away, as women often do, their attraction for you will drop at some point. That just happens, and they might not even be aware of it. So when that happens, when she pulls away from you, you need to start learning how to be okay being by yourself. So if you don't hear from her in a week, that's okay. You have to think like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck she's doing right now, but I know she loves me. I know I'm a good person to her. She'll be back at some point. You got to start thinking about that. And even if you want to talk to her and you're not hearing from her, that might eat at you, bro. But you got to learn not to act on that anxiety, okay? Because you're going to start thinking like that. Because what's happening when she pulls away, men naturally want to fix something. When you have an emotional bond with this person, understand that desire that we have to fix something, that is what's called separation anxiety. Every single person has that and deals with that in some shape or form. Okay? People who are secure and anxious more so than the avoidant person who was taught that it's safer to be by themselves. So they're not going to hit that. They're not going to get that separation anxiety until fucking months later, if they broke up with you. But in the case of that women, when they miss you, that's because they're going to start experiencing that separation anxiety, and they're like, oh my God, I need to come back to you. So understand that it's natural for women to pull away from you at some point in time. When that happens, if you've been working on being okay, being by yourself, even if it hurts, even if it sucks, they're going to feel much safer being with you. They're going to find that to be more attractive, and they're going to want to be with a man like you because you're displaying that when she doesn't know what she wants, when she's not feeling good, or when she's on her fucking period or emotionally freaking out, she can take all the time she wants, and you're still going to be here when she comes back. Okay? So that's going to be the video on learning how to be independent, guys. I really hope you can take away some of the lessons that I've taught, in this video. This is from personal experience. Please don't make the same mistakes of making a girl the center of your world. That's going to ruin your relationships every single time. And speaking of relationships, if you see a link in the description, my new book on modern dating and relationships is available. I'm going to help guys that are looking to get better at dating and relationships learn how to approach women, how to hold a conversation with them, how to tell if she likes you, if she doesn't like you, how to get her phone number, how to ask her out on a date. I'm going to teach you different psychological principles in that book, such as how men and how women operate, the difference between like masculinity and feminine behaviors. You need to understand that. And then also how to maintain a relationship long term. This is stuff that I have learned over 29 years of life from experience and from other coaches in the industry. And so if the link is down below, then you can go to the sales page and you'll see a video that'll go more in depth on that. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one coaching and you want to fast track your progress in life, whether that's with personal development, life mastery, that could be personal, relationships, or business, you want to work on your mindset or your confidence as a person, if that link is down below, that means my coaching is available for you to join. And with that being said, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then I will see you guys soon.